see this image right here? This is fucking crazy, bro. Like, he's wearing a Sean John tee, ladies and gentlemen. Deep it. Sean John, which is Puffy Combs' company, and then a Nazi chain. Yeah? Nazi chain that's a bust down. Yeah? The combination. No, guys, I should not be laughing, yeah? I should not be laughing, but what did I fucking say? I knew this was going to happen.
But even when you speak about Kim, people might be like, well, you picked her.
Exactly. Bro, I'm so, like, and Ye has not taken accountability for that once. It's always this, that, this is for, how about you take accountability, bro, for who you married? And there was enough evidence there to tell you that you should stay away from her, stay away from that family.
Like, even the Pusha, the Jay, the like, there's a long list. Even Cardi, like I feel
the relationship with Jay-Z is never gonna be repairable. After he spoke about his kids the way he spoke about them, that situation is done. Listen, we can forget about Watch the Throne 2, we can forget about any Jay-Z and Kanye collabs for life.
That won the Super Bowl, how they come to people around the music industry and be like, you guys, you're letting your niggas get out of hand. Yeah.
Yo, I can't even lie. That is how they actually sound, you know. Everyone's good. It's your favorite music connoisseur Henry here, and I'm back again with another video. So guys, it looks like DJ Akademiks has just dropped his long-awaited interview with Mr. Ye, aka Kanye West. He teased this on Twitter last week by letting the masses know that he had just done an explosive interview with Mr. Ye, and that this interview was literally gonna blow things up. He apologized, or didn't actually apologize, for what was going to be said in the interview. He gassed it up. He made it seem as if obviously this is going to change lives, that this is going to just cause up a whole stir on the internet. I think at this point there's nothing really Ye can say, do you know what I'm trying to say, that would surprise us. I mean, shock value from Ye is an all-time high. I mean, he's been saying some pretty outlandish stuff lately, and obviously about 2 or 3 weeks ago he went on a week-long rant, just talking about all types of stuff. And yeah, it looks like DJ Akademiks has finally got the Ye interview that he's been craving for a long time. I know that Ye was one of the celebrities that he was desperately waiting to interview, and it's kind of mad how he's got a Ye interview before his actual idol Drake, you know. Yeah man, listen, whatever is gonna happen in this interview, whatever Ye is gonna say, I'm not gonna be surprised by it at all. I think at this point the gloves are off and laces yet, and the shots fly to the point where he's even sending for his own kids. I mean, but listen, we're not gonna, waste too much time. We're just gonna get straight into this. The full interview has just dropped on YouTube, so yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and watch it and see what else Mr. Ye has to say. I know that it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be some shit. I can tell. He's gonna let the full clip go, and everyone is probably gonna get it, from his kids to Kim to Jay to Pusha to, to listen, I don't even know, bro, like Virgil, like just everybody, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but guys, before we get into the video, man, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Keep it locked into Still Color, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just hit 10k subscribers and we're trying to get to 11k by the end of April. So guys, you know what to do. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and keep it locked into Still Color. But yeah, without further ado, man, let's get into this one. Come on, let's go. See this image right here? This is fucking crazy, bro. Like, he's got a Sean John tee on, yeah, Sean John black tee. Obviously Sean John, that's Puffy's brand, yeah. And then he's got a Nazi chain, yeah, Nazi chain that's a bust down, yeah. The sword sticker chain, bro. The sworn sticker chain, yeah. So he's wearing a Sean John tee, ladies and gentlemen. Deep it. Sean John, which is Puffy Combs' company, and then a Nazi chain. The combination, please deep it. Please deep it. Outlandish. Outlandish, bro. Like, representing two of the most disgusting, vile, controversial figures in human history. And he's wearing it with pride. Look, bro, look at him smiling. He's wearing it with his chest. He's wearing it like a proud father. Madness.
This guy, man.
He's gonna go put some shit. I bet. Do you know what it is? I can bet you any money, yeah, that he's going to put on that black KKK costume that he's been teasing. I think obviously when he was on one of his Twitter rants, he must have put a link to the actual black KKK costume. He must have put a link to it. So that people could go in and buy the thing. But I think Spotify, which I think the costume was advertised on, I think they eventually took it down. So I bet you any money that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna put that thing on, yeah, and he's gonna do the whole interview in it. I bet you any money. Bear in mind, I have not seen any clips of this. I've only heard that this is out or this is dropped. So yeah, it's not like I've watched a bit of it and I know what he's gonna say or I know like what's gonna happen in there. Trust me, I have not watched this whatsoever.
Is that a game? What game is that? Oh, what do you play with that? Like Pokemon? It's a Nintendo Switch.
I think that's a Switch, innit?
I don't know why I thought like you would be up here with like some NPCs like banging it out.
I don't have a Switch, but that does look like a Switch. Or is that some?
It do look like kind of like a Switch, right?
No, it does look like a Switch.
It's not. That's not no Switch. Switch you could take the remote from. That's probably some new shit, man.
Oh shit, that's not a Switch, yeah? Yeah, that's probably some exclusive shit. Yeah. Look at Ak, he's gassed it. Look at Ak.
No, I'm calm.
No, he's not calm, bro. You're not calm. Listen.
I don't know. For another reason, I thought like there was gonna be like assistants, staff.
Nah, you see with Kanye, I think he rides solo now. I think obviously back in the day he had like assistants, he had like a manager, he had like a proper staff and a proper team, but I don't think he has that no more. I think I read somewhere that a few of them decided to leave Ye for obvious reasons, and I think even there was another group of people that he decided to fire. So yeah, I think Ye's riding solo, and to be honest with you, I think that's the best thing for him. Nobody should really be attached to Ye right now because there's too much heat on him, and yeah, man, it's where it's a sad fall from grace. I'll tell you that much.
I like it. A little bit simple. Oh boy. A little saucy there, right? A little hot. Hat forward or backwards? My hat. Not the other hat. My hat. This way? Or this way? This is like the classic look. Yeah, I've been trying to take off my hat for a while. You know what I mean?
That's how you know Act's nervous. When you're nervous, you move like this. You know what I'm saying? When you're nervous, he's acting like he's about to go out on a date. You know what I'm trying to say with a buff thing. Look at him. Come on, man. All giggling this shit. Look.
Nah.
Oh my days.
Okay, you can get a good angle if I'm sitting here.
No, guys, I should not be laughing, yeah? I should not be laughing, but what did I fucking say? What did I say? I knew this was going to happen. Like, I knew this was going to happen. Because the person that we have in front of us, this version of Ye, I still think this guy's cloned, by the way. I still think this is a clone. This is not the Kanye West that we grew up to love and admire. You know what I'm saying? I still think this man's a clone, but this version of Ye that's in front of us right now, this is who he is. Yeah? Controversial, always wants to be in the limelight. You know what I'm trying to say? Always wants to be the center of attention. And right now, the person that we have in front of us, he's going to do anything to stay in the headlines, even if it's the most outlandish shit ever. So him doing this right now is not a surprise. I called it. What did I say? What did I say? Yeah? Fucking crazy. So, bro, deep it. We've seen him with a Sean John black tee. We've seen him with a Nazi chain, and now we've seen him in a black KKK nigger costume. You know what I mean? Boy. This is different.
Wherever you want, you can sit right here.
Fucking looks ridiculous. It's that. I know I shouldn't be laughing, yeah, because this is a serious thing, but Ye is a clown, you know. Ye is a fucking clown. We must be living in some sort of a time lapse, or we must be living in the Matrix, because boy, this is crazy. Out of all the outlandish things that Ye has done, this definitely has to be up there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So it's like magnetic. So one goes in here. Oh shit! I think it fell. Oh yeah. So you can bust down chain too, man.
Bro, took that Nazi chain and made it bust, but
Took that Nazi chain and made it bust. Yo, this man is not serious, bro. This man is not serious. Took that Nazi chain and made it bust down. A bust down Nazi chain, bro. Can you listen? Let's play the thing.
I wanted to wear it with this, but the part comes out a little bit too low. Like it needs to sit right there. I got a white
Fucking
leather
crazy.
one and fall right in the perfect place.
Really? Yeah. So you got this name specifically?
Absolutely. The leather, the nigga KKK shit. Once again, I think the best place for the photo. Can we move that to the side? Nah, you know the funny thing is, bossing up to my kids. I definitely feel. One second, let me do this. Yeah, I definitely feel that I was pushing life to the limits by pushing into the truth. Like we know that wasn't surprising when I put the image of my youngest daughter.
Yeah.
That wasn't like the most surprising idea, but it'd be things that happen that we know happen that we just can't do anything about. But then they push whatever agendas like on the media that they want us to focus on. And that's something where, I don't know who the people are, so it sounds like real conspiracy theory. I just know that the kid from Lincoln Park got killed for expressing some of these same truths. And for me, just as a father, at a certain point, it's not about, it never was that, but when you're a celebrity, it starts to be about more of what fame is going to get you, what clout is going to get you, what money is going to get you over, is this the right thing for your children? And
see, that I agree with, you know what I'm saying? I actually do agree with that. A lot of these celebrity parents, all they care about is clout. All they care about is obviously money over their children. Like, they'll literally do something, yeah, that goes against what their morals are, just to be in their limelight. And I'm talking about, like, for example, all of the stuff that's happening now, where you see a lot of parents, putting their kids on social media, like making, like pages on Instagram, like dedicated to their children. Not even dedicated, but like they will sort of make Instagram pages or social media pages and promote their children on there. And a lot of them obviously will get brand deals for their kids. But essentially, I'm very much the type of person that is all about safeguarding. And a lot of these celebrity parents just have no morals. They'll rather choose to check. They'll rather choose clout over the protection of their kids. So in that regard, yeah, I do agree with him. And it's becoming more and more evident now, like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's definitely a problem, and it's definitely a real issue. And yeah, for me, like I said, I'm big on safeguarding kids. I'm big on protecting them, not putting them out there too much. Obviously, you can be very proud of your kids. So, for example, if your kid has done something that you're proud of, you can post that on social media and stuff like that. But social media, we know, like, it's just it can be a very dark place. And a lot of parents would rather choose that over the protection of their kids. And for me, that is completely wrong. Listen, you can parent your kid how you want to parent them, you know. But for me, I'm all about safeguarding the kids, man. You know what I'm saying? So in that regard, I do kind of agree with him.
You know, I'm willing to die for my children or to allow them to be in this kind of environment that I know they're in. And what I noticed on the comments, they always used to try to, like, for the past 10 years, they used to try to write me off. Oh, he's so crazy, he's so crazy. I'm seeing the comments is now like 60, 70% like, yo, he's just telling you exactly what's going on. He's just the only one that's in a position to be able to do it. Because I don't have any brand sponsorships. It's like, I'm past cancel. So these people out here, they're toying, they're playing. It's interesting. The swastika, I want to just, I know we have a little bit of time. I want to tell you, by doing it, it's sort of like a magnet where people get so mad and they start exposing themselves because the Jews, they move in the tunnels. They move where you can't see them. They're an invisible hand, and they'll get like, what they'll do is they'll threaten people. They'll threaten people, oh, we're going to take your tours away. We're going to drop your artists. You got to say this. Like, how many people I stand with my Jewish people, 3 years ago. And what I did is I stood on it this time. I never backed down. That's my whole thing. That's why I was mad about removing that somebody told me into removing that Jay-Z tweet, because it was just like, nah, the whole idea is no matter what, I'm not going to back down. So by doing a swastika chain,
yeah, but I can't lie, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, but that whole Jay-Z shit, yeah, talking about his kids, that's out of line, bro. Like, you leave the kids out of it. Like, you leave the kids out of it. Like, don't be talking reckless about someone's kid, especially when you don't know, like, what they have, or because I think he said something about the fact that they were retarded. Yeah, something about they are retarded because they look like they have some sort of like mental deficiency or like mental illness or something like that, but you don't know that yet. So all you're doing is speculating. You know what I'm saying? And even if you thought that, bro, you can't say it, because what if someone said that about your kid? How are you gonna react? You just said about 2 minutes ago that you would die for your children. You know what I'm saying? You die for your children. Like, children is a very sensitive topic, especially, when you're a parent. Like, children for me are off limits. They are off limits. So for you to tweet that shit out, yeah, especially, about somebody that you used to be close with. I mean, you consider Jay-Z a brother, yeah? So for you to tweet that about your brother's kids, it's just out of line, bro. I'm sorry, yeah, I don't agree with that.
And then ruffle some feathers. And then I really saw the comparison of me and Puff with the Diageo and the Adidas situation. Regardless, if they could have locked me up for taxes and that, they wasn't playing fair. Like, okay, cool, fair deal. You did good. It's like, no, you leaving with nothing. We have to destroy you. Even though they came and used us to tap into the culture and make money off of black people and people who enjoy black culture. If we said like, yo, you doing this wrong, you stealing my style, you taking all of my employees, you taking Jerry Lorenzo and making him do my same designs as he's the agreeable Kamala nigga. They started blowing the budgets for Puff. So I related to Puff, and then they pulled out a video with him and Cassie from 10 years ago. And then it made everybody be like, oh, Puff's a woman beater, so he's the devil, he needs to be in jail. Right? Meanwhile, I don't know somebody who hasn't gotten to an altercation with a girl at one point, and including Cardi. So now Cardi's like he the number one guy Rolling Loud, and Puff is in jail. And then you got two women beaters.
Yeah, but I hear that, but it wasn't just that one isolated incident for Puffy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? There's a long list of wrong stuff that Puffy has done. It wasn't just the Cassie video. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just that. Like, that's what Ye is forgetting. Yeah, cool. I do agree with him in the sense that there is kind of like a double standard. Yeah, because if you look at someone like Dr. Dre, I mean, Dr. Dre doesn't just have like, one case of him hitting a woman. Like, I think there's been multiple cases of him hitting a woman in the past. But again, with what Ye is failing to understand and why the comparison with Carti doesn't really sit with me, is because like it wasn't just the fact that he beat up Cassie, bro. It wasn't just that. Like, did you see the transcripts of all of the shit that Diddy's been accused of? That's just a small piece in a very large pie. You understand what I'm saying? That's why Puffy is essentially been cancelled. Yeah, and that doesn't excuse what Carti did, because what Carti did, that's wrong, innit? Yeah, that's wrong. I don't condone none of that. I don't condone beating women. Yeah, I don't condone that. But you can't compare the two. They're not the same. They are not the same.
You got two supposed pedophiles. Watch this. One is, no, you got three. Watch this. Cardi, Puffy, Kendrick. The two pedophiles. Drake, R. Kelly, or supposed. Puffy and R. Kelly are in jail with Drake. 5 years from now, however, when they feel like they really want to get that boy about here, they're gonna play the Kendrick song. So that's how far they're going. The Kendrick mix with the Universal, all that takedown of Drake reminds me of the No Diddy campaign for Diddy. Like, they're going all out, but see, I know how to go all out, and I'm not even in a position. I just work on behalf of God. Like, how this shit comes together, the timing of it, everything is like a God sense. So I had a couple things I want to say. So I pushed in to the Puff song. I put my bar on the song. The timing was so perfect. She went in, rapped it. She said, I'm getting sleepy. So she said, okay, good night. And that was the end. And she was giving me like a little Kim on an old Bad Boy record. So that's why I put that. And the idea was family. It's so many people who dad actually killed somebody and they would do anything to have.
Yeah, but bro, you can't put your daughter on a track that is relating to Puffy. Like, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that, especially with all of the crimes that Puffy has been accused of. And again, these are just accusations, but I mean, we have seen some sort of practical evidence that goes to show you that Diddy is a monster. And yes, obviously the Cassie video is definitely one of those pieces of evidence, but like we have other things that we can go by, and I think it's irresponsible of you as a parent to kind of like have your own daughter like appear on a track that's relating to Puffy. Like, for me, nah, man. Again, see, I'm very, very big on safeguarding kids, and I don't know why you would do that. Just to cause some controversy, just to show that I can do whatever I want. Like, I don't care how much this person is cancelled. And what you're saying is the reason why essentially I'm supporting Puffy is because I see myself in Puffy. I see how people have tried to cancel me for this, tried to cancel me for that. You know what I mean? And I want to stand with Puffy, because why is it one rule for Puffy and one rule for another person that's done similar crimes or has like committed something similar to what Puffy has committed? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you've got this all twisted, man. Like, I can't even lie, bro. I'm gonna be so real.
Their dad home. The two twins, and Christian, lost their mama died and their daddy in jail. And everybody running around listening to murder music, right? But being like, Puff is the enemy. And when I see all these videos, all tapes, everything, Puff more like my twin. Me and him got into it because it's just like I'm telling these top 5 niggas, it's like, yo, actually we probably could be friends, but nigga, you ain't bringing none of that shit over here, nigga. Y'all niggas ain't as crazy as me. And that's why I asked Puff back in the days, it's like, man, how you just make all this shit nice shit like? He's like, I'm the craziest one, nigga. It's like, it's like, so once the people, we family, we can get into it. But they started taking that shit too far. I started taking it personal at a certain point with Puff, like all of the media. Because I wake up every day, whether I did something positive or negative, somebody got something negative to say. You know what I'm saying? So I relate to the idea of being torn down by the media. You know what I'm saying? But keep going. I know, because we got short amount of time, I just want to hit you with that.
Yeah, no. I mean, so, like, the whole thing about, and even when it's that outfit, the swastika, I think some people, like, they feel like they're spreading hate. And
I'm sorry.
Urging violence versus people.
The thing I forgot to say was, when my daughter was put on a song, that's when I realized that I didn't own their name and likeness. So watch this. All the brands that I've made, I don't get the name and likeness ownership, or at least 50-50 with my kids. So how's it joint custody? My kids are celebrities, and I don't have to say so. So watch this one. So this white woman and this white family have the control of these highly influential black kids that are half the children of Ye. And that's just in everybody's face. And he was playing in my face like that. You know, I try to go to the champagne and keep it calm, and my dad would call me and say, hey, don't go in on that woman because it's going to affect the children. But now it's like, it's war. Y'all niggas...
Yeah, see, and Ye's dad gave him some great advice. Don't go in on Kim, yeah, because it's going to affect the children. And this is my biggest thing with Ye. Everything that you're doing right now, you're not thinking about your children, bro. You're not thinking about how this is going to affect them in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Like, how old is North? Like, I mean, she is old enough. She's probably like, what? Like, probably like 10 or 11. And then obviously the youngest one is about, not the youngest one, but the one before, the one that came after North, Saint. I think he's like 8 or something. But all of them are at an age where, maybe apart from the last one, all of them are at an age where they are aware of what's going on. They are aware of their surroundings, yeah? They probably go to school, yeah, whatever private school they go to, because they don't go to regular school like us regular folk, you know what I'm saying? They go to private school, and the kids that play around them, they probably have mobile phones, or they probably have, you know, access to social media, so they see everything, yeah? So, yeah, you doing all of this, how is that going to affect your kids, bro? And Ye is not thinking about that, and he's saying, listen, my dad's did warn me, but I don't care, it's war. So right now, what you're saying to me is you don't care about, like, how this is going to affect your kids in the long run. You just want to, you know what I'm trying to say, you just want to cause havoc.
They think they're too powerful. The Jews think they're too powerful. They think they can get Cardi to play with me. They think they're too powerful. They think they can get Kim to play with me. The Jews and the whites above the Jews. You get what I'm saying? That's my life is on this shit now. These are my children. Cardi, you can leave me off the album, do that faggot ass trash shit if you want. But now you mention my daughter, like, the whole plan is that y'all gonna pull my kids into y'all, whatever the word is, Illuminati system, and I don't have no say-so with my kids, nigga. And anybody close, whether it's the Jews, whether it's Cardi, anybody within my reach, I'm doing everything legally.
So my confusion is like, are you upset that Carti left you off your album, or are you truly upset that, you know, Carti wanted to put North on a track, yeah, but he you know, you wasn't given a heads up, you know what I'm saying, about that? I mean, listen, where I will agree with Ye is the fact that he should have been given a heads up, because he has joint custody, yeah. So somebody should have let him know. I.e. Kim should have let him know, listen, like, obviously Kanye wants to put North on the track, or like, are you okay with that? As his father, yeah, it's just, you know, the proper and respectful way to do things. Like, just give the father a heads up, let him know that, you know what I'm saying, that Kanye wants to put North on the album, you know? Yeah, like, you don't have to agree, but just the heads up would have been nice. So the fact that he didn't get that, I understand why he's angry about that, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's also a case of him feeling some type of way that Carti didn't want him on the album, or actually I don't know if he didn't want him on the album. Maybe they recorded the track together and they didn't make the album. I'm not too sure. But the fact that he wasn't on the album, I think also Kanye is feeling some type of way about that. I don't just think it's because he wasn't given a heads up about Carti wanting North on the project. I think it runs deeper than that.
In my power, everything of my fucking mastermind. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm about to tweet this shit. I want Kendrick to always remember that Jay-Z tweet before he ever crossed the line.
Okay.
Nobody that worked for none of these fucking labels wanted with the king. I am the Don. Lucian, don't send none of your motherfucking slaves. Don't send nobody, because they getting their head torn off. Quick. We ain't no problem, ain't no motherfuckers. I'm the only king. I'm the only nigga that'll go up against these niggas. I'm the only nigga that survived through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Me, pussy ass, faggot ass, pink polo ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never killed nobody ass nigga. Fuck all you niggas. All you street niggas, all you rap niggas, just any nigga nigga ever said something about my fucking hat. None of these niggas, Jay-Z, Beyonce, you ain't help me when I fucking was having problems with my kids. You could have used your influence. No, your influence is for politics. Your influence is how you could use a nigga you never want to sign anyway, but Dame signed. You ain't show up to my first fucking wedding. You ain't my...
You see, and all this vim that it has for Jay-Z and Beyonce, you know where it's stemming from? It stems from the fact that, number one, Beyonce and Jay-Z didn't attend his wedding, because I've heard him talk about this so many times. He still feels a type of way about that. He's never gonna let that go. And you know, listen, I'm not here to tell Ye how to feel. I understand why he was so hurt by that, because again, he looked at Jay-Z as a brother. So the fact that he extended an invitation to him and Beyonce to attend him and Kim's wedding, and he didn't accept that invitation, or he didn't turn up, obviously that's gonna burn. I understand that, yeah. But I think all of this this anger right now is misplaced, and you can still be upset by it, but bro, like, I just feel like obviously Jay-Z had these reasons, and maybe Jay-Z never explained fully why he didn't end up attending their wedding. I think, again, this is my assumption, I think that had more to do with Kim, the fact that Jay and Beyonce never really took to Kim, because there were rumors, I don't know how true they were, but there were rumors that Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't really like how Kim was moving, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't really too fond of her. So I think it was more to do with Kim than Ye himself, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, obviously that still hurts Ye to this very day, and yeah, man, obviously he's still very angry about it. And
Beyonce, you ain't help me when I fucking was having problems with my kids. You could have used your influence. No, your influence is for politics. Your influence is how you could use a nigga you never want to sign anyway, but Dame signed. You ain't show up to my...
And then again as well, I think Kanye still holds on to that as well. Like, Kanye just seems like a guy that holds on to a lot of things. Like, he holds on to a lot of grudges, and he will never let you forget it. Again, Jay-Z didn't want to sign him. It was Dame that actually wanted to sign him. So I still think he holds on to that as well. You know what I mean? It's just a list of things, you know what I'm saying, that he's holding against Jay-Z. And I think it's come to a point now where it's like it's all spilling over. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Ye expected Jay and Beyonce to do. I mean, he did say that he wanted them to use their influence to help him with the situation in regards to his kids. But I mean, Kanye, bro, you have power and influence too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a lot of power, or you had a lot of power and influence. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just yeah. But again, I just feel like this Ye is feeling very let down, and he feels betrayed. He feels like, you know, he has everybody else's back, but nobody has mine when push comes to shove, you know?
My first fucking wedding. You ain't my family. I always wanted some kind of family. Never had family out here. So what the fuck? And then they take my actual blood family from me in my face. All right, so go ahead. I just had to get that stream of content. Thank you very much, sir.
Of course. I mean, I'm intrigued by, and I think people look at some of the stuff you say on face value. I see how, you know, there's three themes that come across with everything with you.
Yeah.
It's betrayal, it's being used, and your ideas, whether it's what you say or what you create, being censored. And I think every time I see, no matter what you do, it falls under one of those. Like betrayal, there's a list, shit ton of people.
See what I'm saying?
I mean, like, even the you don't regret the tweet, because if he said something about your daughter, you'd probably be upset, right?
He should be upset. You know, I ask people, like, if I know somebody that's woke, like, I knew this girl that only, like, hangs around really super woke, like some of, like, fat black girl models is, like, her friends type shit. And I was like, yo, you gotta tell me, you know, what tweets y'all didn't like. Yeah. About the fact that everybody knows what I'm saying is true related to that photo that I put up with my youngest daughter, right? But everything is like, you know, but you offended Jay-Z. Fuck him. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Put it like this. Let's take it to money. How much money do you think Jay-Z make off my catalog versus what I make off it? Next subject.
Well, some people might feel like, like, even with the situation with kids, I hear you speak about that a lot. Like, nobody really spoke on your behalf. But even when you speak about Kim, people might be like, well, you picked her.
Exactly.
you put yourself in that.
Exactly.
Absolutely, I did. That was my fault.
Maybe they're saying that you don't take it.
And you know what? I'm glad that Ak is actually bringing this up because, bro, you having all this vim for Kim, but where was that vim when you were marrying her? And you knew exactly who Kim was when you married her. It's not like Kim showed you a different side, yeah? You were blindsided. She showed you that she was, you know what I'm trying to say, this woman that was just holier than thou. You know what I'm trying to say? She had a clean record. You know what I mean? Like she didn't get caught doing no foul shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like she showed you that side of her, and then all of a sudden you got married to her, and then she showed you a completely different side. You know what I'm saying? You knew who Kim was when you married her, bro. You knew who she was. You knew the family that she came from, and then now you want to say, oh, like, you know, Kim's the devil, like the Kardashians are the devil, the Kardashians, you know what I'm trying to say, like, are trying to ruin my life. This, bro, you knew who they were. You knew and you still decided to not only marry her, but to also procreate with her. And now you're dealing with all this shit. Yeah? And listen, I don't know, obviously I don't know the Kardashians in it, but when you look at just their family history, women, yeah? All of them are not with their original baby dads. All of them. All of them. You know? Chloe, not with Tristan. Kylie, not with Travis. Ye, not with Kim. What's the other one's name? The one that was in a relationship with Scott. Courtney, not with Scott. You know? Bro, I'm so and Ye has not taken accountability for that once. It's always this, that, this is for this. How about you take accountability, bro, for who you married? And there was enough evidence there to tell you that you should stay away from her, stay away from that family.
No, that was my fault. I didn't want to have children with this person after the first 2 months of being with her.
Bro, Kie, tell me how that makes sense. You didn't want to have children with her 2 months after being with her, but you ended up having 4 children. Please tell. This is where, yeah, Ye loses me, bro. Tell me if that makes any remote sense. You ended up having 4 kids with her. But you're saying here that you knew after 2 months that this person you shouldn't have kids with. Your actions are not matching up to your words, bro.
But that wasn't God's plan. But my issue with all these faggot ass celebrities.
And then now he's saying that wasn't God's plan. I mean, yeah, bro. Like you're making a fool out of yourself, bro. You're making a fool out of yourself. And when he says shit like this, it makes people not take him seriously. And he wonders why. Some people don't take him seriously. It's because of when he says shit like this. The two does not correlate. I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sorry.
These niggas is, if you ain't gonna speak on my behalf of the situation I'm in right now, with my children and where I was when I asked for the help years ago, don't talk about my political views. Plus your T. Like, nigga, I bled for you. If nigga ask you about me, say we ain't speaking on Ye. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how y'all looking at me like a Vic, because you a street nigga. But it ain't that time no more. I'm the lawyer off Carlito's way. I'm the boss. You niggas is broke. You niggas is not mad.
Wait, didn't the lawyer from Carlito's way, didn't he die, bro? Something happened to him. I saw he died. Yeah, so, again, listen, correct me if I'm wrong, my people then, but didn't the lawyer from Carlito's way die? So what is that reference here? I mean, do you actually watch the movie, bro?
Masterminds. And you niggas should never have ever gone. Look at John Legend on sissy ass.
Yo, I can't lie. He's got so much smoke for John Legend. I can't even lie, bro. He is on John Legend's neck. The amount of times I've heard him call John Legend out of his name, he really doesn't like him, bro. He don't. At least with Pusha, yeah, he still has respect for Pusha. And obviously he knows that Pusha's a street nigga. But bro, with John Legend, yeah, he don't rate him whatsoever.
Never do nothing wrong to that nigga. I changed generations of his life. And
that's a fact.
This faggot ass hot sweater nigga come up and just this nigga wears sweaters in motherfucking August and Barbados. John Legend and Matthew Teddy.
Barbados.
No, his shade smell like mashed potatoes. I don't know, I guess.
I used to be your guy. And like, so all these relationships, like, even the Pusha, the Jay, the like, there's a long list. Even Cardi, like, I feel like,
I'm telling you this now, yeah. The relationship with Jay-Z is never going to be repairable. After he spoke about his kids the way he spoke about them, that situation is done. Listen, we can forget about Watch the Throne 2, we can forget about any Jay-Z and Kanye collabs for life. That is never going to happen. Ye crossed the line when he spoke about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids. Like, he might as well just delete, their numbers off his phone, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that situation is done.
At a point, Jay's like, man, I'm cool. Like, I think after that tweet, he definitely, and I don't know if these are relationships that's salvageable.
Why would I want to salvage relationships with a lot of people? Why would I want to salvage relationships with broke-ass slaves and slave herders? Like, everybody, so this is what I'm saying. The Jay-Z thing leads me to the NFL. Why do they want a Drake to be out of there? Why do they want somebody with no hits like Kendrick to do the Super Bowl? Like,
CK, bro. Nah. CK, again, this is just pure jealousy, bro. This is just pure jealousy. It's the fact that, they chose Kendrick to do the Super Bowl, and I think Ye even said it in one of his tweets that it should have been me on that stage doing the Super Bowl. Like, I deserve the Super Bowl over Kendrick. What he's saying now in terms of Kendrick, having no hits, even deep down he knows that's bullshit, and that comment is purely based off of jealousy. It's purely based off of jealousy because in his mind he's the god of music, yeah. So the fact that Kendrick got that Super Bowl over him is stung him. It stung him. Like, it hurt his ego, it hurt his pride, and now he's just spiraling. Like, that. This is what it is. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, you even know yourself that Kendrick has hits, bro. Yeah, and even if you want to be the most staunch Kendrick hater, yeah. Not Like Us is a hit. Yeah, Kendrick had how many Grammys before the Drake beef? Yeah, Kendrick had a career before the Drake beef. Yeah, he was, he won a Pulitzer Prize before the Drake beef. So let's not do this, bro. He had platinum singles. I think even a couple singles of his have gone diamond lately. Yeah. A couple singles have gone diamond. This was before the Drake beef. So fuck all of that, man.
this is the theory I had. The people that run the Super Bowl, how they come to people who run the music industry and be like, you guys, you're letting your niggas get out of hand. Oh my God.
Yo. I can't even lie. That is how they actually sound, Yo, I'll give you that still. Yo, we need to set that back, yo.
Overstep the line where maybe at a point Jay's like, man, I'm cool.
Yeah, stupid, bro.
He definitely, and I don't know if these are relationships that's salvageable.
Why would I want to salvage relationships with a lot of people? Why would I want to salvage relationships with broke-ass slaves and slave herders? Like, everybody, so this is what I'm saying. The Jay-Z thing leads me to the NFL. Why do they want a Drake to be out of there? Why do they want somebody with no hits like Kendrick to do the Super Bowl? Like, this is the theory I had. The people that run the Super Bowl, how they come to people who run the music industry and be like, you guys, you're letting your niggas get out of hand. Oh my God, that Kanye. If somebody take a knee for it, all right, leave out of there. See, that's the problem. You let him cross too.
Yo, Kanye is stupid, bro. Like, I shouldn't be laughing, but boy. Yo, Kanye's fucking stupid, bro.
Long. and I was there for 2 years, 3 years, they're out of there. We deal with got Tom Brady's great. We made Mahomes throw that kicking Super Bowl, so Tom could get his 7th ring and shit. But like, you guys in the music industry, what you gotta do is start getting smaller artists and put them on. We're going to set you up. We're going to take Rolling Loud. We're going to connect them with Live Nation. And then we're going to get a bunch of small artists. And then, you'll be able to make your money off of that. And then, if we take, Cardi's doing good, we'll make him take the blue pill. We'll make him rap about Skims. And then Mickey Northwest, we love Northwest. Oh, Kanye, don't worry about him. He's a lunatic. Don't worry about him. Does any of that sound right? Does it sound accurate to you?
If you look, it does seem like I don't know if it's in that control, but you can see. Wait a
second. You don't think
kind of happens to me.
Do you think it's not? Do you think the possibility is not? You think it's just all by chance and shit?
I would be opposed to it, but it feels like you know a little bit more. That's why a lot of people are intrigued too.
Yeah.
Because if probably one of the richest rappers ever is
not probably, definitely, but keep going.
When you got
that's a fact.
Guys, and I'd say you're the greatest hip hop artist ever. When
Iggy, not taking sides, but she gonna do everything in her power to make sure Onyx never is next to Kris Jenner. And you know why, and she knows why. That girl came from Australia to no family in the middle of Miami. Now she's out here in California, and her whole goal as a mom is to keep her son as far away from Kris Jenner as possible. And we all know why. We all know those sex tapes.
Hold on.
To sound for. We all know those children, just in general, celebrity exploitation. Like when my dog.
Yeah, see, and again, this is where I'm back on Ye's side in terms of the exploitation of children and kids. I mean, I spoke about it earlier, and Kris Jenner is a big component of that. Like, she's the godmother of that. I mean, look at how she's exploited her daughters. Yeah, she's exploited her daughters, and she's the type of celebrity to me that, will definitely choose money and fame over the safeguarding of her children. And for me, yeah, that's not right. That's not right. There's definitely some shit that's going on behind the scenes that Kanye knows about. And obviously he's expressing his frustration. But again, this is where I say, Kanye, you knew all of this before you got involved in that family. Yeah? So why now are you speaking against it, bro? Like, come on, man.
Damn, you really want to get into this game like this? And it's this balance. I had people around me. I was like, yo, this man, Cardi, is calling my baby mama, rapping about Skims, and then saying he need vocals. She made us before they slip. Needs vocals for the album. And the man was like, well, that will blow her up. I said, this is my daughter, nigga. And see, that's the time a nigga hear me screaming from the other room and be like, why are you screaming?
Who said they would blow her up?
Well, I purposely didn't say the names and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to... Anybody that never spoke out against me publicly, I'm not going to speak out against them publicly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did I answer that? So it's just God, I'm just channeling. Yeah. I'm just channeling something. So I ain't telling y'all to follow me or do nothing. Yeah, people not in a position to follow me. It's like I could change hearts and minds, perception, but at the end of the day, you still gotta go work for a white man. You still gotta work for a Jewish man that works for a white man. The black dollar has been so decentralized since gentrification and the fall of Black Wall Street that it's next to impossible for a community to get on their feet, get past the drugs, the food. The food's the original drug. The hurting, the fucking 25%. Definitely not chance, but definitely being locked up, the abortion rate. Like our position, I don't have the exact answer to the question. The joint where somebody touches them and then they become the agent.
Yeah.
That's what happened. They come, the Jewish people come, the record people come, they'll say, they literally called Ty Dolla and said, and this is coercion. That's why these niggas gonna be locked up someday. They'll come to you, they said, Ty, you have to denounce Ye publicly, or we're gonna drop your artist, Leon. We're gonna cancel all your tours. So they on some mob shit. So it's die, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They up here.
Well, yeah, that is true. I mean, what does Ye expect? I mean, if I don't know what label Ty is signed to, but for example, if he's signed to Atlantic or Universal, no, actually, I think he's signed to Atlantic Records, you know, and I think that's run by, I think the CEO of Atlantic is Jewish. So yeah, I mean, Ty has collaborated with Ye over the last couple of years. I think obviously they've collaborated with each other on Vultures 1 and Vultures 2. I mean, if he's known to be in allegiance with Ye, obviously Ye has said all this outlandish shit about Jewish people and all of that. Obviously, what does he expect? I mean, the people at his label, especially considering the fact that, you know, the president of Atlantic or Warner is Jewish. I mean, they're definitely gonna tell Ty to denounce him, because if Ty doesn't do that, then people are gonna think that, yeah, he's siding with Ye, and yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, that's not a good look for his career. So yeah, you can't expect Ty to throw away his career for you.
You're threatening niggas, stopping their money. This is real life shit.
And yeah, that would happen. I mean, they probably would tell Ty, if you don't say something against Ye, then I don't know if drop is too extreme, but yeah, we're gonna like basically put your career on the shelf. And yeah, really and truly, when you look at it, it is some mob shit in it, like it is. But that's how the industry's been since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? It's just been that way. So Ye knows the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows the game. He knows the game, and he really shouldn't expect like Ty to kind of throw his career down the drain for him. Like, come on, bro, you're asking too much.
I think you said something important. You're not expecting everybody around you to be dick riders and agree with you, but when they speak out against you, you feel like it's either necessary or that's a form of betrayal, right?
Yeah, like, Ty put up the tweet before we landed. He said, I gotta say something. I said, I'm not racist, but Ye is. We agreed upon that. When I landed, he put up, I don't condone hate speech. You letting these niggas put words in your mouth. I 137x'd his career. Not one, not two, not 20, 137x'd it. And while I'm on a plane, you put up word by word Jewish vernacular. My thing is, we can sit and talk it out. I know they on your head, but nigga, you don't got to denounce me, period. And if you do, you talk to me about how we gonna do it. See, all these street niggas and this niggas running around with guns, got bodies, they think they the boss, so they think I'm a motherfucking Vic or some shit. They think because I give niggas high salaries, nigga, I'm a billionaire, nigga, I don't give a fuck about that shit. See, this is my issue with Jim Jones, right? So he says he's gonna get a jib or a dib. I don't know what the fuck the word is, but basically like he gonna get a percentage if he introduced me to this crypto nigga, right? And I know this shit sound like a Tarantino movie. Jim Jones wants me to meet with Mr. Pink to make $2 million off a crypto coin. Next Tarantino film, right? So then I found out before the second meeting that he was gonna make this money. So
Did he tell you?
no, he said he's gonna get a percentage. He didn't tell me what it was, and he didn't say he's gonna give me a piece of it either. Yeah, I'm gonna take that meeting, cause you get the money, but I guess I gotta sit there, whether you know, like I wasn't like, oh nigga, you didn't tell me, I'm not gonna, I still took the meeting, and the nigga still got the money, right?
You got paid $2 million.
Yes.
For you taking the meeting.
For me taking the meeting. But watch. And that was the money was a bit behind my back, I didn't really know about it. People be doing shit behind my back. My issue with Jim was, we working on clothes. And I said, look, send me a PDF. For anybody who doesn't know, it's like a group of pictures in a folder that you send to the iPhone. You can do like 300 pictures, 10 pictures on it, 10 pages. I said, send me a PDF of all the ideas, all the young niggas you know in Europe. Let me see all of this shit right now. Let the king see everything that's happening, right? This man tells me, I don't know how to make a PDF. That was way more disrespectful to me than a nigga figuring out how to get the $2 million.
Yo, that is mad though. The fact that Jim Jones don't know how to make a PDF, and Jim Jones is not even that old, you know. It's not like Jim Jones is in his 60s or 70s. Like Jim Jones is what, probably like late 40s or something like that. You know, if that, he's probably in his 40s, maybe touching 50. But Jim Jones is not that old, bro. And I'm sure Jim Jones has kids, or does he not have kids? Do you know what? I'm actually not too sure. I know him and Chrissy don't have kids. So I don't know if he had kids before Chrissy. But yeah, the fact that you don't know what a PDF is kind of mad. And then the fact that Ye said he was more offended about that. You know what I'm saying? And him making the 2 million off the crypto thing. Hey, that's mad.
You understand why? Because this shit to my face, nigga. You gonna lie to me about a fucking PDF, you faggot ass nigga? After I sat and took the meeting for you, you took the money and I didn't even ask your broke ass for a percentage?
Maybe he didn't know how to do it.
Do you think one of his young niggas know how to do it?
Yeah, of course.
Do you think that he could have figured it out after the nigga made $2 million?
Yeah, he could have, 100%.
Next subject.
Definitely.
100%.
What is the real thing with you and Drake? Like, I've always been confused. It feels like I can't tell it's a love-hate thing. You know, I've watched hundreds of hours of you talking about just interviews, and at a point, it felt like the energy shifted, and then we just started seeing it everywhere. And I can't tell, what is it?
Yeah, it's like family members that you don't fuck with. Like, I appreciate, one thing is, Drake is a million times better than Kendrick and a million times more important. You know what I'm saying? With Future.
Yeah, that's cap, bro. That's cap. That is, yeah, again, this is coming from jealousy, bro. Because Kendrick's the number one guy now, and like, you think that you're still the number one guy, which you're not. You used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just say this. Yeah, he's one of my favorite artists of all time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of my favorite artists of all time. But let's not get it twisted, yeah? Kendrick is the man right now. Kanye, your time has gone and it's passed you by, yeah? You're not the number one guy no more. And I think Ye is having a hard time accepting that, because in his mind, like I said to you before, he is God. He is the number one artist, not only in the world, but probably of all time. So to see another nigga like Kendrick be on top is burning him. It's just burning him. So all of this is just coming, it's just coming from jealousy. Because I remember when Drake was once upon a time the number one guy, he was having issues with Drake, and that was literally stemming from the fact that Drake was the number one guy and he was not. And yeah, he was having a hard time accepting that. So him and Drake obviously have been back and forth for years. But yeah, now Kendrick is known as the guy that's taken over Drake's spot. Yeah, he now has issues with Kendrick.
And I'm sitting down for that. So, and that's my stance on it. It's like, nigga, I make music better. I push niggas don't, no one make music that's nowhere near as good as music.
You see?
Like when I made Moon, it basically ended Frank Ocean's career. He ain't have a song since then. You know, sipping some wine, like, nigga,
nah, it's going for Frank, bro. Come on, man. Nah. See, yeah, man. It's like, yeah, he always fucks himself up. He could have a moment where he's actually talking some real shit, yeah, and then he fucks up by just talking absolute nonsense, bro. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, nah, man. We all know that this is not true. Yeah, you yourself know that's not true. Like, let's keep it 100, bro. Let's keep it 1,000, bro. But speaking on Frank needs to come out, bro. I need some new Frank. We all need some new Frank. I think it's been like almost 8 years since we got new Frank. So Frank needs to come out ASAP. But yeah, that whole shit with him saying, yeah, obviously I made Moon, and that basically ended Frank Ocean's career. Nah, mate.
like I knew I heard it. I was like, oh, this nigga's never gonna be able to make another album again. To the moon. Any genre of music that anyone has, I make a better version of it. I'm 10 times stronger at music than anyone living. But then in 5 territories, okay, what do? Clothing, this, political stance, social media, expression, gravitational pull.
Fuck Virgil after he passed. I think a lot of people
that's out of bounds,
feel like, he's not here to defend himself.
Exactly, that's out of bounds.
And that, I think people are just confused by that. Then we get the story of how you guys kind of separated and how you feel, but they always say sometimes, when
But again, that Virgil situation, born out of jealousy. Ye resented the fact that Virgil went on his own and was able to obviously make a huge success of himself. I think he had a very high position within Louis Vuitton, which Pharrell now has. I'm surprised he hasn't actually gone at Pharrell to be honest with you. But yeah, so obviously Virgil occupied that position until he died, and again, I just feel like Ye was just jealous or resented the fact that Virgil became this big sort of commodity and prominent figure in the world of fashion, obviously a world that he's been trying to break into. And obviously Ye has done his thing in that world, like you have to give him his credit, but obviously Virgil, he was the standard, especially for black designers. And Ye saw himself as equal to Virgil, maybe not even equal, he saw himself to be better than Virgil, even though Virgil has been doing this since however long. And yeah, he resented the fact that Virgil had that high position. And yeah, all of the stuff that he said about Virgil since he died, it's again jealousy, pure jealousy.
Someone passes away, can't be forgiven.
Pure jealousy and envy.
It feels like you still have a little bit of animosity there.
I'm evil.
Is that what I was going to say?
You don't think about his family and other people?
Exactly.
I'm an evil person.
You don't think that. I feel like you've always represented God-fearing ideals, though.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how does that...
Exactly.
How could you identify...
Kanye is just a walking contradiction, bro. That's what he is, man. He's just a walking contradiction.
God person?
God has the wrath. You only play with God for so long. Niggas is out here playing games. Don C and him starting RSVP behind my back. This nigga taking money, like kind of the Jim Jones situation. Oh, yeah, gonna come to the club. I was Louis Vuitton down. They take that position, they put them in that position, they build the anti-Kanye club at Nike. Everybody that worked for me. And what best put it in perspective is Virgil is the Jesus of the niggas that work for me. Right? Because every nigga that worked for me would have rather been me. Why do I have problems with almost every celebrity? Because they're jealous. And they should be, because I'm better than them.
No, yeah, you're jealous, bro. You are jealous. It's just that simple. Again, look in the mirror. Yeah, you always do this, bro. You never hold accountability, man.
Because I'm more anointed and I'm appointed. And I understand the jealousy in the hearts of men. But they have to understand the wrath of the king also. All these pussy faggot niggas could shut the fuck up. Don C pussy ass. Supposed to be the realest nigga alive. You know what I'm saying? I remember him sitting with me and saying, brah, what's up with this red hat, bro? What's up with this red hat? They told me, who's they, nigga? They told me that, if you don't stop wearing a hat, man, they gotta give it. And they named a rapper right here. And I love this rapper, so I don't even want to, put him in this conversation. But it was like a they, the invisible hand. The people, damn well, that Super Bowl, that Kendrick Super Bowl, and that Grammy Super Bowl had invisible hands on it.
When the nail finally hits you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I let this... what? Did he really just say? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, I mean, I hear that.
So, but A-Side did give me a bar. He said, Don C once told me, and this is towards the end of the conversation, the last time I ever spoke to him. He said, man, and Don C was working for me at this time. Man, I'm glad Ye didn't get the Nike deal. And when I didn't get the Nike, it was heartbreaking. So because I had the fucking Yeezys. I was on the second Yeezy. And I'm like, we about to make the biggest, we about to make Yeezy and Nike. We about to tear people's heads off, you know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga from Chicago. I got the hottest shoe. I'm at Nike. It wasn't no J. Cole, Kendrick, Trap, Drake, Virgil. I was all of them in one. Right before they started putting all these battery packs, Lucian battery packs, Evermage battery packs.
I feel like it's just random coincidences, and it looks like you're like, no, you're doing that to fuck with it. Because you the album.
And if you my dog, well, one of my actual friends or someone that could call my daughter their niece will reach out to a woman that I got issues with, obviously.
Obviously, that's the mother
That's
of your
some
kids, bro.
faggot shit. I ain't no street nigga, I'm a pink polo pussy faggot and shit, but I know that is not street code. I know that part. Like, is that okay? That part of it. Before we even get to me being mad.
No, I get it. It's like an ex. Like, why you hitting my ex? You know what I mean? Like, if you my man, then I don't fuck with my ex, or I'll fuck with my baby mom. Why you even acknowledge her?
Right. And you're fucking reposting my baby mom, and not even reposting me. You was the first feature on Donda. It's like the Cardi shit is like the final heartbreak. I don't give a fuck about this black man. How do you niggas run up, nigga? Come kill me, then, nigga. Come kill me because the motherfucking coward dies 1,000 deaths. And it's the final heartbreak. Niggas using you know what I'm saying? It's like this.
What's on the album? Like, it seems like if you felt like you were going to be like you guys worked on, did you work on music?
Yes. The day I did Wheels Fall Off, that's when that nigga Cardi got the song with Doug and Ty and shit. We was in the studio. We was working on, he sent me the song, we was talking about doing a mixtape, and then, this gentleman named Peter told me like on Wednesday or Thursday, whatever it was like, oh, this Cardi album is going up Friday. I called him, I said, bro, where's our song? But on that note, it feels like on Cardi album, like he's doing everybody a favor though too. He need to have all the fucking features. It felt like, oh, he hot right now, and he had to do Uzi a favor, or this a favor, that favor, and it's just like, and this level, obviously the album could be better. At this level, it's a different level of experience that's needed to handle 30 songs. To understand how to be running those producers. Like Cardi's a genius in his own right. It's another thing to run that Donda Stadium. And it's just what they call it, ambitious. Like that amount of songs is really ambitious. And a big thing is like, how did you do that without me just as your producer now, whether I was on it or not? It's like, y'all keep on wanting to do like the last Kendrick album, not that, but the previous one is like a direct copy of Apollo. I'll show you, it's like, oh, these are the drums from this song. This is the approach to this song.
Nah, yeah, come on, bro. That album had, listen, Mr. Morana, Big Steppers, and Pablo, they are completely different. You know what I'm saying? They're two different albums. Like, this in terms of like the theme, sonically, like they're two completely different albums. If he would have said, yeah, Mr. Miranda Big Steppers versus like what album can I compare Mr. Miranda Big Steppers to in terms of Kanye's discography? What can I best compare it to? Maybe Late Registration, College Dropout. I don't know, but certainly not the Pablo. Like, they don't sound the same. Like sonically, thematically, like they don't sound one bit the same. I don't know what he's on.
You need to take the sauce and run off of it, then forget about it.
And then they go against me for like political shit. You know how many fucking rappers and celebrities went against me for the Trump shit? Then I understand with the Jewish shit, but you know I wasn't lying on that shit. And now the Cardi shit, it was the perfect combination of me not having a name and likeness and me finding out about that shit, to me being left out the album on some faggot ass trap shit, to him calling, what's that? Tribe left me off his album, took 4 of my songs from the ranch in Wyoming. My choruses, my exact singing lines, replaced me with him or with other people, put Future SZA on the joints, took me off. I felt, with no explanation, shit just comes out.
So what are these conversations like? You guys aren't talking like, why are we doing this? If you see the frustration, but what are they telling you? Are they apologizing?
They're not telling, but we know why they're doing it. We know why. You know why. I know why.
Yeah, this is a lot still.
Okay, I gotta leave. I have to leave.
So guys, that was the DJ Akademiks slash Kanye West interview, and what I will say off the rip, man, I mean, DJ Akademiks did a pretty decent job. I'm not the biggest fan of Akademiks, especially when he acts like a fuck nigga, but I think, yeah, when Ak is sober and when he's clean, I mean, he can be pretty decent to watch, and I think he definitely asks all the right questions. I think that obviously they had to cut the interview short, but I think they're going to do like a part 2 in Japan. So yeah, if they do that, then I'll be back here again. But yeah, I think the Akademiks conducted himself well in this interview. As for Ye, listen, anything that Ye said in this interview didn't surprise me one bit. I think obviously a lot of us have gone past that shock value threshold with Ye. You know what I'm saying? There were obviously a couple of things that I did agree with. I did agree with what he said. You know, especially when he was talking about the exploitation of young children. 100% agree with that. But yeah, there were also a lot of things that I did not agree with, and I think a lot of things have come from a very resentful place. You know, Ye feels very betrayed, and he feels like there's no one really backing him. I think Ye is struggling with accepting the fact that he's no longer the Kanye West of old. I mean, he's no longer the number one guy, and a lot of the time when Kanye said a lot of this shit in the past, he was able to kind of, you know, fall back on his musical talent. But like, listen, when was the last time Kanye produced a good album? It's been years. I mean, people will say that Donda was decent, but yeah, it wasn't peak Kanye as we know it. Last time Kanye released a very, very solid album was probably, I mean, obviously the collaboration with him and Kid Cudi was great. So you can say that, yeah, it's been about 6 or 7 years, because I think that tape, Kids See Ghosts, was released in 2018. So from that, man, it's been a huge fall from grace from Ye, from a musical standpoint and from a social standpoint. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's an absolute shame that Ye has to resort to stuff like this, like, you know, dressing up in a black KKK costume, you know, wearing the Nazi chain, you know, supporting Puff, and, you know, going at Jay-Z and Beyonce's kid, like all of this shit, man. Obviously going at Virgil as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad that he has to react. He has to act like this to in order to gain attention, because a lot of this is attention seeking. Like I said, a lot of this is Ye just not accepting the fact that he's not that guy anymore. You know, there's a new commanding chief, and Ye is just, you know what I'm saying, like Ye's just, he can't accept that. And I think that was part of the interview where he admitted that he is a very jealous person. Yeah, guys, obviously let me know what you thought about this in the comment section below. You know what I'm saying? Obviously don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be back again real soon with another one. But until then, my people, stay blessed. I'm out. Peace.